say they're relying on their own text network and door knocking systems.
220 some people died in
They have theirs. And there isn't a full necessarily.
because of Hurricane Helene.
As the real number of missing remains anyone's
Yeah,
guess.
top 220 people.
Jamestown Tegalan, a church leader, hands out supplies today to those who need them the most.
Wow.
We're not looking right.
I saw the dock strike is over. They got a 62% raise. I just missed it. I was gonna video it. By the time I got it, it was already gone.
The vast majority of businesses
It'll come back again. Then I'll video it live again.
have no flood insurance, so there wasn't a reason to think it was frightening.
There's no reason for the mountains to have floods. We've never had this before.
A new dimension of a flood catastrophe.
County officials say the river should be treated as hazardous materials. They're warning residents with no running water not to bathe in toxic river water. Lester?
Okay, Sam Brock, thank you. And the federal response to this storm disaster is becoming an issue in the presidential campaign, with a new claim by former President Trump facing strong pushback from the White House. Garrett Hake has more.
Tonight, former President Trump back in the storm zone in must-win Georgia, alongside Republican Governor Brian Kemp, a sometimes Trump critic now backing the former president.
I'm not thinking about voters right now. I'm thinking about lives. A lot of lives.
Yeah,
lost.
right. Lies and
Trump also facing new
Think about
criticism
lies
for
to
this
make
false attack on the administration's hurricane response.
The Harris-Biden administration says
there you
they
go
don't have
again.
any money. They stole
There
the
Trump
FEMA
go
money
again.
just like they stole it from a bank.
Just like you stole the BARDA money.
Illegal immigrants.
The White House
Just like Steve Bannon, your buddy stole the Bannon money. He stole the money for the BARDA. Steve Bannon.
Statement.
Getting away with a ship.
FEMA has
A yacht. He got caught. The helicopter went, picked him up and take him back to jail.
cities across the U.S.
Arrested him.
But the White House and
He's
FEMA
serving
say
time
there's
right
a
now.
separate government
Steve
program
Bannon is serving
for
time.
disaster relief, and there's no evidence funds have been diverted.
Yeah, no evidence funds have been there.
Praising Vice President Harris's role handling crises this week, including the storm response and the now resolved port strike.
I'm in constant contact with her. She's aware of wherever we're singing from the same song sheet. She's a major player in everything we've done.
It comes as tonight Harris campaigns in a must-win state of her own, Michigan, hoping to shore up support from organized labor after yesterday's decision by the International Association of Firefighters not to back a presidential candidate this year. Harris has the endorsement of virtually every large union,
Nice.
and today went after Trump.
Donald
Nice.
Trump's track record is a disaster for working people. He is an existential threat to America's labor movement.
Go, VP Harris, go.
Just look at his track record to know.
While President Biden raising concerns about Trump's reaction if he loses.
I'm confident it'll be free and fair.
You don't know.
I don't know whether it'll be peaceful.
Yep.
And Garrett, Vice President Harris will be getting some high-profile help next week. Tell us about it.
Yeah, that's right, Lester. And a sign of how near we are to the end of this race and how tight it's expected to be, the Harris campaign is bringing in someone they hope can be a closer. Former President Barack Obama expected to crisscross the country on Harris's behalf, beginning with a rally in Pittsburgh next week. Lester?
Okay, Garrett, hey, thank you. Tomorrow, former President Trump returns to Butler, Pennsylvania, and the site of the July attempt on his life. Dasha Burns was there that day and spoke with some Trump supporters who say they're going back too.
What happened?
Whoa.
Nearly 3 months after surviving that attempt on his life, with those images of blood on his face and his
Nearly
fist
3
in the
months.
air, former President Trump is returning to Butler, Pennsylvania this weekend.
We'll have an obligation to go back to Butler. We never finished what we were supposed to do.
Back then, rallygoers watched in horror as the gunman climbed onto an unsecured rooftop and opened fire. A scathing Senate investigation later detailed massive security failures by the Secret Service.
He was a Republican.
From where the gunman took shots at former President
The gunman was a Republican turned Democrat.
Pretty close to Mr. Trump from outside the rally perimeter. This time around, we can't get anywhere near the area. In fact, they're even putting up, you can see these shipping containers that are blocking line of sight from outside the rally perimeter.
Shipping containers?
Tonight, the
Wow,
Secret
that's gonna
Service
cost a lot of
released
money.
news they've made comprehensive changes and enhancements, and that the former president is receiving heightened protection. Joining Trump Saturday, the family of Corey Comparator, the firefighter dad who was killed. Back then, I spoke to Dr.
Too
Joseph
bad.
Maine, who rushed over to help.
The man was definitely killed instantaneously.
A moment he says he can't forget.
Them bringing the body
That's
back
their
when
own
I saw
Republican
that
fire that
stuck
shot.
with me the end of my life.
Do you think you're gonna go?
Yes.
Why?
I refuse to be terrorized to the point where I feel like I'm only safe at home.
Also returning mother and son Donna and Joe Hutz.
I knew my son was scared to death because he was holding my hand. And he's held my hand since he was probably 5 or 6 years old.
How are you two gonna support each other through this?
Hold hands. I don't know.
I wouldn't tell you guys to go again.
I'm doing a lot better. I ended up in trauma therapy. The way I described it to my therapist, I says, I can't get out of the bleachers.
They hope to turn a weekend of tragedy into a time of healing.
Not gonna scare us away from the
Let's see how many people are gonna go.
Defiance.
You don't get to win.
Tasha Burns, NBC News, Butler, Pennsylvania.
In the Middle East, new threats against Israel by Iran's top leader, while Israel shows no sign of scaling back its campaign against Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Well,
Richard Engel is there.
it's gonna be one after each other.
Iran's Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, led Friday prayers in Tehran today for the first time in more than 4 years.
Check this out.
Iran is ready to strike Israel again if necessary. To drive home the point, the 85-year-old cleric clutched an assault.
85-year-old.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is at war with Iran's network of allies. The main battleground is Lebanon against Hezbollah, which has been attacking northern Israel with rockets for nearly a year.
This is
In
crazy.
response, the group says
They're just fighting each other.
on Gaza.
Nobody wants peace.
Beirut is now rocked by Israel day and night. Here, Israel targeted what an official said was a meeting of Hezbollah leaders. In southern Lebanon, Israel is trying to
Look what
carve
happened in
a
Lebanon.
buffer zone free of Hezbollah.
Israeli strikes are taking their toll here. The city of Tyre, one of the biggest cities here in southern Lebanon, has effectively been evacuated. There are very few civilians left here. Hezbollah has taken a beating in recent days, but the group remains intact. And every day down here, we have seen and heard outgoing fire.
Lebanese officials say 1,400 people have been killed.
In
Wow,
Israel, Prime Minister
1,400 people
Netanyahu and
have
his
been
war
killed.
cabinet are still deciding how and when to respond to Iran's missile attack. That decision will be felt across the Middle East and beyond. Lester?
All right, Richard Engel, thank you. In 60 seconds, why an infamous murder case from long ago, the Menendez brothers, is getting new attention from Kim Kardashian and prosecutors.
What? They did it. They did it. Your man brother did it. Don't deny it, you did it. You kill your own parents then. This ganja for me. Somebody on the video. On the video. Oh man, this thing smells high. What to do with it? Jack Nancy. Oh, Boogie will come. Boogie will help me do something. I'm still looking to see how. I'm gonna take a drink. Take that. Maybe it will come to me. Okay, just delete that everything right there. Right? Cap it out. A new cut. Just do a new cut.
Only at Ashley. Can you do this? As early as your 40s, you may lose muscle and strength. Protein supports muscle health.
Move the video, please.
Protein has a 30-gram blend of high-quality protein to feed muscles for up to 7 hours.
How about that?
Take the
Can we do a new
challenge.
cut
Make
there?
sure. Nutrition for strength and energy.
Yeah. And there.
Back now, the infamous
How about
Menendez brothers case. The two
Okay.
convicted of slaying their parents back in the headlines thanks to Netflix. Liz Kreutz now in
You
the
can do it, yeah?
twists in the case and the celebrity
Okay.
back push to freedom.
It's a
How there?
notorious case back in the spotlight. The LADA confirming his
How you
office
move the
has
playhead?
evidence
What is the playhead?
brothers should be
Yeah.
resentenced.
We have not decided on the outcome. We are reviewing the information.
Eric and Lyle Menendez serving
Nah.
lifetime parole for the 19
Eight in the cats, eight in the dogs.
Jose in their Beverly Hills mansion.
Eight in the cat, eight in the dog. That's how just take out all this. That's all.
Peacock series owned by the same parent company as NBC News proves they acted in self-defense after years of abuse.
You
In
got.
that doc, a former Menudo band member, Roy Rosello, also
What is going on?
alleged Menendez, then head of RCA Records, molested him.
Chance. Oh yes, yes, yeah, we'll do that. We'll cut everything out. I gotta learn how this.
There's also this letter Eric sent his cousin, writing, I've been trying to avoid Dad. I stay up thinking he might come in. And he didn't. The case recently gaining new attention, sparked by
Why?
a popular new Netflix series.
And now Kim Kardashian, who says she visited the brothers in prison, penning a
Why?
personal essay to NBC calling for their release, saying at the time of the trial, there was no room for empathy, let alone sympathy.
Given the cultural shift in how we view sexual assault, do you think that this case would have been handled differently if it was tried today?
There is no question that today would have been a greater level of sensitivity to the way the case was looked at.
A hearing on the brothers' bid for freedom set for November. Liz Kreutz, NBC News, Los Angeles.
There's more to tell you about coming up. The family of an American hostage opens up to us about the hardest part of the last year as October 7th approaches.
I don't get it.
When my doctor gave me breast treatment,
Why are they still innocent from killing their parents? Don't make sense.
better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
He didn't get it. He died.
They don't care.
Don't care, don't care, don't care. There's gotta be a way to do this stupid thing, man. Come on. You know what? I'm gonna use Power Director. You suck. Let me see. Why am I killing myself? Yeah, whatever. It's only 2 minutes. Practicing this thing. And nobody's got the way how to adjust the sound. She said something, it didn't work.
Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty.
Set its channel. Adjust channel settings, click save.
Now those people have a warning for America. Trump is not fit to be president.
He's not fit to be president. So they want him in there.
I cannot in good conscience endorse Donald Trump this year.
His defense secretary.
Do you think Trump can be trusted with the nation's secrets?
No.
No, I mean, it's just irresponsible action that places our service members at risk, places our nation's security at risk.
His national security advisor.
Donald Trump will cause a lot of damage. The only thing he cares about is Donald Trump.
And the nation's former highest ranking military officer. But I'm taking off to a king or queen.
Not taking out the king, a tyrant. Oh. I miss him.
Donald Trump is too big a risk for America.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
I want the party. We're not taking out the tyrant, a king, a queen, a tyrant.
Naturally with the water in your body to help you go. For your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try Neurofiber gummies.
Way's coming. They say it's back for 3 days only. October 5th through 7th. Get excited to get up to 80% off.
Man. There's gotta be some other way. Let me see. I'm gonna do Power Director because you people suck. You suck. Power Director is much easier, man. I'm not using it.
But you'll be locked up for buying marijuana. It's actually safer than alcohol, but the government treats it totally different. It doesn't make sense. Amendment 3 will legalize marijuana for adults. Safe, lab tested, and from the store, not the street. It's time to give responsible adults the freedom to make their own choices. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Get the facts at yeson3.com. Vote yes on Amendment 3.
Israel is preparing to mark 1 year since the October 7th terror attack.
What's a plea?
Families of some 100 hostages still held in Gaza. It's been a year of fear and uncertainty. Raf Sanchez with one family still waiting to learn the fate of their beloved father.
In those playful hours after school and before dinner, Avital Deklehan and her young daughters wait for their dad to come home. They've been waiting for 364 days.
And we're missing so much. My daughter is asking
No
about
problem.
him every single day.
36-year-old Sagi Deklehan is a hostage in Gaza, one of the 101 still held
Hey,
captive
brother.
after being kidnapped by Hamas on October 7th. Among them, 7 Americans, 3 confirmed dead. Sagi, among those thought to be alive, and the only one with young children.
Wow.
3-year-old Gally asks about her dad, but the hardest questions come from Bar, who's 7.
Where's my daddy? Mom, why is not come back? Why dad is not here to celebrate a birthday?
And what do you tell your daughters?
My heart is broke, but I need to be strong. So I tell them, I hope that is okay. We don't know, but I hope.
Is it long one or short?
Between Israel and Boston, a Red Sox fanatic who played center field for Israel's junior national team. He and Avital, high school sweethearts, together for 20 years. Raising their children in Nir Oz, a kibbutz 2 miles from Gaza. And one of the first communities overrun by Hamas on October 7th. Sagi went out to defend the kibbutz. It's the last time Avital saw him. For the next 10 hours with terrorists going house to house, she sheltered their children in a safe room.
And I said,